Hi students, today in this video I would be briefing you on economics. I would be covering the chapter names, marks allotted by the PU board for each chapter and the difficulty level. The subject matter of economics has been divided into two parts. One is microeconomics, another one is macroeconomics. Under microeconomics we have 6 chapters, and under macroeconomics also we have total 6 chapters. Microeconomics first chapter is Introduction to Microeconomics, and for the macroeconomics first chapter name is Introduction to Macroeconomics. Now why I am telling you both the chapters at the same time, because there are few topics which are interrelated, or you can say there is a repetition of the topics in both the chapters. So these two we are going to study together. We would be covering the topics like type of economies, basic problems of an economy, difference between micro and macroeconomics, production possibility curve, etc. Marks allotted by the PU board for first chapter of microeconomics is 6. First chapter of macroeconomics is also 6. So together we are going to get 12 marks from these two chapters. It is very easy, theoretical completely. We hardly have any diagram, or maybe one diagram. We actually have one diagram, not more than that. If you start making notes, it will take hardly 6 to 7 pages, and we can easily cover off these two chapters within 3 to 4 classes. The second chapter under microeconomics is theory of consumer behavior. Okay, now this is a very lengthy chapter, and this particular chapter includes lot of diagrams. So you can say that the difficulty level is quite high because it's a very lengthy and includes lot of diagram. And I'm sure this is the first time in economics you are going to study lot of diagrams. So it becomes little difficult for you guys to take that. Okay, so under this chapter we are going to study two types of approaches along with demand analysis. One is cardinal utility analysis and ordinal utility analysis. Under both the approaches, both the analysis, we have different kind of theories which we are going to cover in detail under this particular chapter. The marks allotted is 20, which is quite very high. Actually this is the highest marks allotted by the PU board for any chapter under economics. Third chapter for the microeconomics is production and cost. Okay, in this particular chapter basically we talk about how a firm will make the relationship between input and output. Many theories related to that we are going to study. We will also basically study about the cost concept. What is the relationship between input and output, different types of cost incurred by the firm in the short run and the long run. The marks allotted is 11. In this chapter also we have lot of diagrams you can expect. Then next chapter comes your theory of firm under perfect competition. Okay, basically in economics whatever studies we do, it is based on two types of market. One is perfect competition, another one is imperfect competition, also known as non-competitive market. So chapter 4th and chapter 6th, these are the two different aspects of economics. So under fourth chapter what we are going to cover: features of perfect competition, concepts of revenue, how a firm will attain equilibrium under perfect competition. And along with that we are also going to study about the supply concept under this particular chapter. In this chapter we have diagrams, lot of diagrams, and the main problem under this chapter is all the diagrams looks alike. So that is little confusing, that makes this chapter little difficult. Marks allotted by the PU board is 12. Next one comes your market equilibrium. Okay, in this particular chapter what we are going to study about, we are going to study about the demand analysis, which we have already covered under second chapter, and supply analysis, which we have covered already under fourth chapter. So these two chapters are the base for the fifth chapter. Unless you do not get properly the second and the fourth chapter, you cannot understand this particular chapter. What we study in this chapter basically, with the help of demand and supply, how the price would be determined by a firm, how the quantity will also be determined, and if there is a change in demand and supply, what impact it has on price and supply or demand. That's what we are going to cover under this particular chapter. Next comes your non-competitive market. Okay, let me tell you one more thing. There is no connection between fourth chapter and sixth chapter, even though they talk about two different types of market under economics, but there is no relation whatsoever between these two chapters. Under non-competitive market we are going to study about the different types of imperfect competitions like monopoly, monopolistic, and oligopoly. This is a very easy chapter. Unlike the fourth chapter or third chapter, we do not have much diagrams under this, so it is quite easy. And the marks allotted by the PU board is 11 for this particular chapter. Now let's move to macroeconomics. We have already covered about the introduction to macroeconomics, so let's start with the second chapter. Second chapter is national income. If you look at this particular chapter, you might feel initially that it is a very difficult chapter, but trust me, once you start understanding the basic concept, how it is coming into picture, it becomes very easy. We'll study the concepts like national income, under national income GDP, GNP, NDP, NNP, and I'm sure all of you would have already heard about these terms. Apart from this, we are also going to study about how the national income is calculated through different methods. The marks allotted by the PU board is 19, so which is again a very good marks. Next one is money and banking. Under this chapter, we will be studying about the functions of money, functions of RBI, monetary policy of RBI, and how banks create money in the economy, and also about the demand and supply of money. Again, this chapter is something will give you a lot of information which you can connect with day-to-day life. If you come across with repo rate, reverse repo rate, bank rate, these are the terms what you are going to study, and you can very much connect with your day-to-day life. So it is going to be a very interesting chapter. Marks allotted by the PU board is 13. Then comes your determination of income and employment. Okay, basically we have already studied about demand and supply. That was at the micro level. Now when you talk about macro level, we are going to study about aggregate demand and aggregate supply. We will also study about consumption and investment on the macro level and the concept of multiplier under this particular chapter. The difficulty level is not very high. The marks allotted by the PU board is 10. Next one, government, budget and the economy. Okay, this chapter is actually something you can very much connect with when government announce budget every year. Lot of concept you are going to study in this particular chapter, like public revenue, which is also known as government income, public expenditure, which is also known as government expenditure, different sources of government revenue, different heads where the government is going to spend money. We will also study about the government borrowing and its impact on the economy. The marks allotted by the PU board is 10, and it's very easy, completely theoretical. There's no diagram whatsoever in this particular chapter. The last one is open economy. This is a very small, very easy chapter, and the best part is we have got 20 marks for this particular chapter. So this makes very interesting that we are getting very high marks for very much lesser number of pages, or you can say very easy chapter. Okay, under this particular chapter we are going to study about balance of payment, which is nothing but the balance sheet of export and import of a country, foreign exchange, how demand and supply of foreign currency will influence the value of domestic currency, and type of exchange rate under this particular chapter. So overall, this is what we are going to study under economics this year under micro and macroeconomics. Thank you.